Hello to all the viewers watching. I'm John, and today I have Paul here with me in the studio. Sup? Today we're discussing our differences. Why do you think some people find it difficult to tell us apart? We're both introverts. We're thinkers. On the surface we can both seem aloof, stoic, and serious in our demeanor. We're also both sensors who are thinkers. This means that we are primarily focused upon engaging in real-world activities, and we prefer to apply logical thought to our personal pursuits before we engage with our feelings. True. But when you take a deeper look, none of our cognitive functions are the same. Correct. We function using entirely different cognitive processes. I lead with introverted thinking and use extroverted sensing when dealing with the external world. I lead with introverted sensing and use extroverted thinking when engaging with the outer world. If the viewers could clearly understand the difference in our cognitive processing, it would definitely be much easier for them to tell us apart. I read up on this topic yesterday. Cool. I'll go first and sum up how our first and second functions work differently. Then if you want to, you can add any extra details. Sounds fair enough. I use my introverted thinking to make personal judgments and to strategize my next move. I rationally evaluate the pros and cons of taking action, considering what I stand to gain or lose. My extroverted sensing supports me in thinking about what's taking place in the outer world. Using SE, I can absorb information that will enable me to better understand the situation or circumstances that I'm facing. I seek to identify the sort of conditions that are currently in play and spot emerging opportunities as I go. When the situation is right, I can apply my thinking to calculatively manipulate the physical world around me in accordance with my personal will. From what I've seen, sounds like you. For real. You, however, use your introverted sensing as a personal guide to what your next move should be. You compare the present situation with your past experiences to get a read of what needs to be done. You aim to find the best way of completing a task based upon what you have done before and what has worked out well on previous occasions. Your extroverted thinking supports you in making logical and objective judgments about the resources that you have available. This assists you in connecting with a protocol or procedures that will help you to meet your goals in a precise and measured way. When you have identified the required steps for success, you can execute your plans in a reliable and efficient manner. I resonate with how you described me. You made some good points, but what you just said is somewhat oversimplified. As I said, I was only summing it up. You're the one who's read up on all the details. Any more to add? I think how our first and third cognitive functions work together says a lot about who we are. Discussing this will help the viewers to better understand our internal worlds and shed further light on our differences. True. My third function is introverted intuition, and mine is introverted feeling. With third slot FI, I tend to be more deeply in touch with my personal values and feelings than you are, and in connection with my introverted sensing dominance. Events in my past can really mean a lot to me, and I'm aware of the experiences that I care to repeat. I tend to have more of a nostalgic appreciation. I have the propensity to be very conscious of the fact that the person I am today has been shaped by what I've been through in the past. In the right situation, I will stand up for what I believe matters. True. Within in third place, I have more of a propensity to connect with abstract ideas and theories that I think are true, related to the physical situations that I find myself involved in. I'm compelled to find solutions to problems that I identify in my environment, to prevent further issues from arising in future. Making accurate predictions about how the world works is something that I logically value, and I have the propensity to find novel workarounds for emerging problems, which I formulate from scratch. I think it's also important to point out that according to socionics, my fourth function is your blind spot, and vice versa. Being blind to extroverted feeling means that I'm less inclined to make judgments regarding how other people feel. I'm less in tune with other people's emotions. So naturally, I'm less inclined to be influenced by other people's feelings than you are. Yes, I can be very socially considerate when I want to be. I'm socially considerate as well. True. You've been brought up to be civil and polite. It shows that you've had good parenting. I'll take that as a compliment. Being blind to extroverted intuition means that once you get a certain idea in mind, you're more likely to stick on it, without considering the alternative possibilities. Yes, I admit it. My thoughts can run very deep. When you find yourself in a situation that's outside of your personal experience, you can freak out thinking about all of the negative things that might happen. Who told you that? I just reasoned it out. Well, you find it harder to stick to the same routine and meet deadlines. You're scared to break the rules. I'm not afraid to break the rules. Everyone knows that's a myth. Gotcha. How? If I triggered. Very petty. I know you are. This was supposed to be a serious discussion. Is this really what we're doing? There's no we in ISTP. There's a ton more stuff that I can say about our cognitive function differences. Because of your essay, when you get onto a subject that you're well versed in, you tend to give long, detailed, drawn-out descriptions and factual explanations related to the topic at hand. Your so-called summaries and asshole attitude got in the way of what I planned to say. There's so much more to my function stack than I've said in this discussion. Never mind. Maybe next time. Fine. I'll round this up. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you understand our differences a little better. And goodbye for now.